Hello and welcome to AIMSweb's browser-based scoring demonstration. AIMSweb's browser-based scoring is free with your AIMSweb subscription. It's available for our oral reading measure, our test of early literacy measures, test of early numeracy measures, and also for our Spanish early literacy measures, MIDE. It's available for both benchmark and universal screening as well as progress monitoring. Some benefits of browser-based scoring. First of all, it significantly reduces your preparation time. There's no more photocopying for every single student, no more distribution of tests. It's simply online. It virtually eliminates your paper costs for printing student score sheets. The only thing you need to print are the papers that students will read, and those can be recycled year after year and student after student. The system also auto-scores the probe, which reduces the manual processes that are normally involved with paper-pencil testing. It reduces potential errors associated with calculating final scores manually. Additionally, it virtually eliminates the time it takes for teachers to calculate scores manually, so it's a big time saver. Lastly, but certainly importantly, it eliminates the possibility of typos when you're entering your scores manually into the system. Each of these benefits increase your confidence in your database decision-making when using AIMSweb. In today's demonstration, I'm going to feature 3 of our measures using browser-based scoring: oral reading, our test of early literacies letter naming fluency measure, and our test of early numeracies oral counting measure. For oral reading, I simply click on Edit Scores. I verify that I'm entering data for the proper benchmark period and click OK. And then I simply click Assess Now next to the student's name that I'd like to test. Once I click Assess Now, it tells me to begin the first probe. At that time, I hand the probe to the student and click OK. I click Instructions at the top of the screen, read the instructions verbatim to the student, and then click Start Timer. The timer counts down as the student reads. Whenever a student makes an error, I simply click on the word and it's selected as an error. If the student self-corrects in 3 seconds, I can simply click it again and it's deselected. We'll continue through the entire probe. If at any time you need to cancel the test, you click Cancel Test. Or if the student meets the discontinue rule, I click Discontinue. When the test is complete, the system asks me to select the last word attempted. I click OK. I click on the last word the student read when the timer went off, and as you can see, it's automatically scored. I don't have to do anything else. I click OK. Once I click OK, the system tells me to prepare probe 2 of 3. This is for our benchmarking process where we use 3 probes and take a median score. For progress monitoring, it'll simply offer you 1 probe to read. I click OK, read the instructions to the student, click Start Timer, and continue again. If a student skips a whole row, I simply click the Skipped Row checkbox and the whole row is selected. When the time is complete, I simply click OK and select the last word attempted. The probe is again scored, and I'm ready to proceed with probe 3. I hand the student probe 3, click OK, click Instructions, read those instructions to the student, and then click Start Timer. As the timer completes, I click OK, I select the last word read, and the 3rd probe is scored. And at this time, all probes have been completed for this student, and I can move on to the next student or return to the scoring. Click OK, and again, I can select the next student from the list and continue forward. To view results for a student, I simply need to click View Results once the testing has been complete. At this time, each probe is displayed with the student's performance. At this point, the system takes the median score across the words read correct and the errors for each of the 3 probes that were just administered. It reports that score, and this becomes the score for the student in AIMSweb. Now I'm going to show you a sample of our early literacy measures for letter naming fluency. I simply click Assess Now, click the instructions, read the instructions verbatim to the student, and then click Start Timer. At this point, as the student is naming the letters, I click on any letters read incorrectly. And as the timer completes, I click OK, select that last letter, and the probe is instantly scored. I can now click OK and move on to the next student. Now I'd like to demonstrate how to use browser-based scoring for our oral counting measure. I simply click Assess Now, read the instructions to the student verbatim, click Start Timer, and proceed. As the student counts, I can click on any numbers that the student missed, skipped, or named incorrectly, and I do so for 1 minute. If a student skips a whole row, I can click the Skipped Row checkbox, and all of those items are marked as an error. When the timer completes, I click OK, select the last number the student named when the timer was off, click OK, I'm scored and ready to go. I can now choose the next student on the list and continue on with my testing. Okay, I think you're ready to begin. I wish you success and your students success.